Hi, my name is Carly Harшлip. I am 39. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and have been here for about 12 years, although I'm originally from the Midwest. Um, I am a community college English professor, and I love my students and my job.
My name is Michael O'Donnell. I'm 40 years old, and I work as an IT manager for a local nonprofit healthcare research company. Carly and I have been married for almost 11 years, but we've been together closer to 20.
It's been a while. We also have a 5-year-old son, Edwin. He is asleep, so he will not be joining us for this video. He is a preschooler this year, and he loves a lot of the things that preschoolers love, dinosaurs, building things. He's a really outgoing, social kid, and we really love being his parents.
As elder millennials with established careers, we were very careful about when we would try to have children. We wanted to make sure that we were at a place in our lives where we could afford and have space for a child. We conceived our son naturally with a little help from metformin to help Carly regulate after about 10 months of trying in 2017.
We had a pretty smooth pregnancy and delivery. I credit a lot of the yoga that I was doing at the time for that. Um, but we both wanted at the time to wait a couple of years to try to before we tried to conceive a second kid. Um, I suffer from PCOS, which is why we were taking that metformin, and that has always made my cycles kind of tough to predict. Um, Once we passively tried for about a year to conceive, um, we finally approached a fertility clinic here in Albuquerque to get some assistance in 2021. And we went through 5 rounds of intrauterine insemination during that time. We paid out of pocket for it, and I never fell pregnant. So that was a little bit frustrating. One of the other big frustrating pieces of this, while we were going through this process, was that we didn't really have anyone paying much attention to some of the other like fertility building blocks that would help prepare us to make our bodies a little bit more ready and able to conceive. We didn't have people talking to us about lifestyle changes and diet, although we knew perhaps that that was a piece of the puzzle. Um, and we really could have used a little bit of extra help.
When we finally decided to inquire about IVF, we found the cost quite prohibitive, even after we went to another clinic in town. Neither of our jobs have insurance that covers any sort of fertility treatments. And when we inquired about how best to afford IVF, we were told just go to your bank and ask for a loan. We didn't realize at the time that fertility grants were even a thing. And it really felt like both clinics were focused on pushing billable procedures rather than increasing our chances of conceiving another child. We heard about CNY through an old friend of ours, and one of the things we noticed right away was the more holistic approach your clinic takes. We started a ketogenic diet this summer actually on our own for health reasons, and we've both lost about 30 pounds. And we were delighted to find out that Dr. Kiltz actually recommends the keto diet for fertility. No one had ever really talked to us about any sort of dietary approaches, and we really appreciated that sort of extra information.
Yeah. Receiving this grant for us is, in some ways, very literally the difference between us achieving that goal of having a second child and just giving it up. We both work in fields that um, are, public services, but um, and they're personally rewarding, but we don't necessarily make a ton of money or have a lot of savings that we can put forth for um, cycles of IVF. And plus, I'm about to turn 40 this year, and in all earnestness, I'm starting to feel like we're running out of time. Um, we want our son to have a sibling, and we would like our family to be complete. And without a grant like the one that CNY funds, it's likely that we won't be able to pursue IVF. Um, we know that you guys are considering a lot of more than worthy applicants for this grant, but we wanted to thank you guys for considering and for listening to our story today. Um, Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.